That's a really rich tip there. Talk to other survivors from the Endurance by pressing E, because, frankly, there's not that many situations in the game where that even happens. But okay, Team Raider. I'll bear that in mind. There we go. Oh my god, yeah, we're here. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode. It's been a couple of days since I filmed. I forgot completely that I left it on this cliffhanger. This is one of the best little scenes of the game, frankly, because you know how I was talking about how the game transitions really well from regular gameplay into like small cutscenes and quick time events and stuff. This one, oh shit, there it is. This one is really good because you're still on a rail, you can't really move that much, but you do have to rely on your own skill with aiming. Like I just saw a wolf there. And I was surprisingly, I'm going to be boastful here. I was surprisingly, no, yes. Oh, I didn't even see the thing there. I was surprisingly good at this on my first time through. Like, I just kind of predicted when the wolves were going to come, and just as the circle got like that, they jumped out, and then I managed to shoot them. I don't know whether you can actually hold the button down for too long here, but hey. Anyway, 3 wolves down. Lara, sort yourself out.
Let go.
It's good to see you, little bird.
I'm so glad you're here. Is Sam with you?
She was with you.
She was here with that man, Matthias. But I passed out. When I woke up, they were both gone.
You girls should go wandering off.
We need to find them.
Oh, wait. What about Raw?
Okay, let's split up. One of us go with Lara and meet up with Roth. The rest of us should fan out and look for Sam.
I'll go with her. No, let me.
You know how to use one of these?
You know how to use one of these?
It's been a while. It's all coming back to me. Get to Roth. We'll find Sam and this Matthias guy.
Just a little old Family Guy reference there.
You gonna be okay?
Yes, I probably just need to rest for a few minutes.
You sit here. I'll check up ahead.
Okay.
That's cool. Just leave me alone here. I'm injured. This game gets a lot of comments about that bear trap, about how bad the bear trap was. I thought all bear traps came with like spikes on them. Apparently not. Oh yeah, and that's weird. Yeah, so we have no source of fire. So this is something, there's a salvage crate in there which we can now pry open because of the gear we got in the last episode. But we can't burn it because we didn't have anywhere to light our torch. So later in the game, like early in the game, fire is a really necessary part of survival, and you spend a lot of time playing around with fire, making sure there's fire always kind of near you. And then later on in the game, as you become stronger, as you get better gear, it's not so much of an issue anymore, and it's one of those really cool things I like about this game because it really demonstrates like making progress, basically. I'm going to have a quick look around here, just in case, because we're still technically in the coastal forest, so I want to be sure that I complete this challenge. I don't think there's any skulls here, though. I haven't done it for a little while. It's been a couple of days since I filmed. It's because, in case you're like watching this months in the future and sort of marathoning it, this is just after I did my 1000th video, so I ended up spending a lot of time recently working on that. Anyway, we get a journal here.
I can't believe we're actually on an expedition to find the homeland of my ancestors. Ever since I told Lara the story of Himiko years ago, she's been hunting for its location. I never really gave it much thought that any of this could actually be real history. My grandmother used to tell me the story like it was a memory. Many thousands of years ago, Queen Himiko ruled the land of Yamatai. The sun rose at Himiko's command, and she ruled everything its rays touched, from the mountains to the sea and beyond. But one day, Yamatai simply disappeared without a trace. Forgotten in time.
It was when I was first reading this journal, I realised I was going to have to, like, there were some non-standard names, shall we say here, that I realised after I'd read this that I'd really have to pay a lot of attention to what each was referring to. So I kind of got that under the hat quite quickly. I want to let you guys get that under the hat too. The Queen is called Himiko. many thousands of years ago, we had Queen Himiko. She ruled over the land of Yamatai. Okay, so remember that. Yamatai is the land, Himiko was the queen. So this last line where it says Yamatai simply disappeared without a trace, it would make more sense that they were referring to the queen there, but no, they're referring to this entire land. Hence this whole expedition, and clearly there's something crazy going on here because of the storms and stuff. Now, don't get freaked out as well if you're going for all pickups and you see, for example, that this is Sam's 3rd journal entry, and there's obviously 2 more we haven't had yet. Don't worry about it. The one that we heard about, that soldier that was here, the Oni Stalkers, he of course has one that's dated earlier than that too. But don't worry, it doesn't mean you're missing stuff already. Even though the Endurance Officer one, oh no, that's located in the Coastal Forest, so we don't have that yet. But we'll get that. That will be the first of the collection. So anyway, we're going to move on. I'm going to try and not let this torch burn out. I'm going to grab some arrows. And here's what I have to say. Oh, can we pry this open yet? I don't think we can. No, we can't. See, she doesn't even try to use her little, like, gear stick thing here. But when we upgrade it, she will. Because apparently the axe will break.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, well, you can do that first straight away. You can go off and try and run through the large gate. If we have a look at the map, we'll see if we come over here, then we can make progress in the story. But this is actually a rather large area. Compared to the first area, it's about the same size, I suppose. Obviously separated by that scary-ass tunnel we went down before. So this is where you can get the remaining ghost hunter things for your achievement. In fact, basically everything here you'll be able to complete for the Coastal Forest now, which is interesting. First, though, to make things easier, we're going to do ourselves a hidden tomb. It's called Tomb Raider. I find it one of the things that people criticize this game about is that they say, oh, there's not enough tombs in it. What's going on? It's called Tomb Raider. There's not enough tombs. The funny thing is, the series, even back to the very first classic ones, even back to the very first Tomb Raider, there were never that many tombs. Technically, there were never that many tombs. And like, I always used to think of Egypt being associated with Tomb Raider, but in truth, there was only one Tomb Raider game that really focused on Egypt. There were a couple of levels in the first game that were in Egypt, but very rarely anything else. And I'm not saying tombs have to be in Egypt.
Laura's having a crisis of confidence, so for her sake, I'll keep up a happy face. But something about this expedition has been making me nervous. I have butterflies in my stomach. As we sail closer to the Dragon's Triangle, I'm starting to feel nauseous. And this isn't the excited kind of nerves. What the hell is wrong with me? I should be excited. This trip is going to be awesome. I just need to shake off this feeling. Maybe I can convince Lara to take a break and have a drink with me.
I'm guessing the Dragon's Triangle is a real thing. I remember hearing of the Bermuda Triangle. I think they referenced that as well later on in the plot as well. But in any case, yeah. So we're going to do an optional tomb. Tombs are a part of Tomb Raider 2013, but I can't help but scoff a little bit when people are like, oh, there's not enough tombs. A lot of people do criticize how easy these things are, and I would agree with that. Puzzles were always a staple of this series. Not the previous generation, honestly. They all had easy puzzles as well. But because they have just rebooted the franchise, I can understand why they've gone with easier puzzles for this, just to kind of ease people into it. It would have been nice to have had like maybe a more difficult mode or something that had more difficult puzzles. But that could be all kinds of difficult to actually design. Anyway, we're kind of blocked here, as you can see. We need fire to burn our way through here. Generally in the game, if anything's draped in white cloth, it's a bit like Mirror's Edge, you know, any kind of surface that's red means you can jump on it. In this case, anything in white cloth can be burnt. So it gives us this nice little mechanic. What I was talking about with the fire and stuff, obviously our torch gets put out because of the water there, but you can shoot the lanterns. I haven't done this for a long time, so I can't really remember how difficult this one is. Oh, yes, I do remember. So this one's an optional tomb. I think this is also a DLC tomb, maybe. That's like the first one. One thing that annoyed me about this game when I very first played it was when you do first load in, it gives you tons of pop-ups about having unlocked this, and this. It starts talking about DLC, and it's just kind of shoving it down your throat that you can spend extra money on the game and stuff, which really irritated me, especially considering it was telling me I was unlocking all this extra stuff before I'd even finished the tutorial. I was like, well, I don't care about that yet. So that was a bit annoying, but hey, we're not going to see it on the LP because I've already gone through and done it once, which is nice. Anyway, like I was saying with tombs, you have optional tombs in this game, but they're not tombs in like a real sense necessarily. A lot of them aren't really going to be tombs. Like the majority of what we're doing here isn't really a tomb, is it? It's just we're hanging about the wreck of a plane crash, which is cool and all, but it's not a tomb. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's not tombs. I don't really care, to be honest. Anyway, so we can burn that, and I think that weakens it so that when we jump onto it, it falls. Yeah, there we go. Wait, did I want to do that yet? Yeah, I did. Okay. So basically the idea of this is we're just going to be burning all of this stuff down to try and loosen the airplane, because as Lara just informed us, it might work as a ramp, which is an interesting idea. Another thing with a lot of puzzles, I always prefer puzzles where it's quite clear what you're doing. For me, I didn't understand what the hell was going on here, just that I had to burn lots of stuff and I had to break as many like lanterns as I could possibly find. But it does become clear in the end. So we get these other types of lanterns as well, which we can actually throw at stuff. So you can pick this one up and throw at that. I might have missed that. Ooh, no, I didn't. So you can do, you can throw stuff like that. I actually think you need these for another bit of cloth as well later on, possibly.
There's got to be a way to raise it up higher.
Yeah, that's fine. Or at least... Oh, yeah, and if you fall with that, be very careful because it will smash. And the fire will do a lot of damage to you. The first time I ever died on this game was here, I think. Hopefully I'm not lying there. It wouldn't be intentional. But the first time I do remember dying here and being incredibly shocked because it just burnt me to death so quickly just because I dropped with one of those lanterns, which was just crazy balls. So we've got some more cloth there. And we've got a whole load of stuff that we can burn there, but no lanterns nearby. That's our eventual goal, by the way, all the way up there. It's just a tower, right? It's not a tomb. All of these optional tombs will lead you to essentially chests that give you maps and lots of experience and stuff, and the maps are great. Oh, what the hell was behind here? Oh my god, I never went back there in my original playthrough. Never. I completely forgot this even existed. You get the means to go through that way later in the game. And there's nothing required for 100% completion but behind there. What the hell's that back down there? Oh, I know what I'm going to do after I finish playing. I'm going to go onto my main 100% file and have a look down there. What the hell could be there? That's interesting. Okay, we can come onto the roof of this. Oh, okay, hold on. We can use this to... Can we shoot this? No. We can't use it to light out a torch either. I do vaguely remember spending a while... Oh, no, I remember. Oh, yeah, this one was pretty cool. This one was pretty cool. So we actually need to go back around. We don't need to come this way just yet, I don't believe. So let's come back through here. I also, when I first came here, wasn't sure if this little section here was the entrance to the greater tomb, because this is our first experience of it, right? So there was no idea what was going on. Now, you've got a torch up there, a lantern up there, which you can smash to set all of this jazz on fire. You can knock that down, right? And then what you can do is jump on this... and jump on this, which like lowers it, lets it swing up. Yeah, there we go. There's a lot of like crazy physics stuff, like massive contraptions. But the thing is, I don't think this game has much of a physics engine. It's got obviously got some rudimentary physics engine, but it's a lot of it is already kind of pre-scripted events that they've just seamlessly put in with the gameplay here. Well, now we've knocked the plane in a really weird way, and I think we might be done? Question mark. Have a quick look. It is very much my intention, by the way, with this LP. I'm probably going to put out longer videos I put out than I've ever really done with other LPs. I usually stop them at about 20 minutes. We're coming up on 15 here, but I think these are all going to be at least 30, maybe even 40 minutes long. Mainly because I've always kind of just told myself, people don't want to watch videos that long, but maybe they do. You know, I get a lot of comments about it, and this could end up taking a very long time to play this game, which I'm not too keen on because I got other stuff I want to do at the same time as well. So yeah, we're going to go with quite long. Oh yeah, I remember what we have to do. We're going to go with quite long stuff, and you guys can let me know what you think of it. The thing is, with YouTube, there's always this weird kind of mentality that people hate, like clicking on a long video and then coming back to it, even though the website sometimes like saves your progress like halfway through, which is interesting to me. But anyway, we're going to use this lantern to throw again at that because there's more white cloth over there. There might be another way to do that. Ooh, maybe that's the incorrect way anyway because it's not set on fire. Yes, it has.
Did it.
There you go. So that's how I've always done that. There might be another way. There's a lot of lanterns and stuff around, lots of sources of fire. This whole playing with fire and making sure you got it in the right places it's like a big bit of the gameplay. I would be very curious to come back here later on in the game when you do have a lot of good gear and stuff, because you can get fire so easily later that it would be a real treat to come here and see how it was. Anyway, there we go. That's the tomb complete, guys. You always get a big chest at the end. Lara gasps, and because I always have subtitles on, I find it quite funny because she does a big gasp and then a little gasp. There you go. We'll be seeing that a lot. Which is kind of cool because one of the things that's iconic for me, as far as I remember with most the old Tomb Raiders is she always had the same sound effect she'd play over the whole time. Like she'd go, aha, every time she picked up a pickup or something, and this is kind of this Tomb Raider's small way of returning that. So anyway, we opened that up. What did it get us? What did it get us? It hasn't... Did that really do nothing for us? What? That should have given us a map. Should have given us a treasure map. 1 second, guys. I'm going to climb back up. Oh, man, what a jip. What a jip. We get to see me do the zip line again. Okay, so apparently, like every single other tomb in the game gives you maps, right? And the map will show you either the location of all the GPS caches in the area or the locations of the documents, relics, and thingymabobbies, the other pickups that you can get. Now, we'll either do that, one or the other, and sometimes you get areas where there's like two, for example. There are two tombs. One will give you the GPS locations, one will give you the other thing. But apparently this tomb didn't do any of that, which I forgot because this was the first tomb I ever did. That kind of sucks. So we're going to actually have to look for stuff by hand in the coastal forest? What is this madness? I'm sure it's not too hard. I think there's probably a treasure map quite easy to find somewhere. So this little sequence here we're doing as well, where I'm walking along. I realised it pretty quick. Some of you guys, if you played it or if you haven't played it, you might not realise. That's a loading screen. This is one of those games, they did it on the previous generation too, or more accurately, I suppose, we could call it a loading corridor. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I need to run. I did dodge you. It's horrible early in game where all you have is a bow and it takes like a million years to charge up. Where are you? I see you in that bush. Oh no, I don't. Ah, there's two. Okay, so wolves always attack you. One down. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Oh no, 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 no. Ah, man, no, I've got a... No, he's killed me. That's the first time I've died. Shit. I pressed E and not F. I've got a rant that I want to give to you guys later about that and how irritating it is on the PC compared to consoles and stuff. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so yeah, wolves can attack you around here. Be careful of that. Oh, the same wolves again. Die. Die, die, die. Hit them both once. There's twice. There's... Ah, okay, so this time. So what you got to do is you'll see the big circle going into the little circle. Oh, did they both die?
Could have warned me.
I didn't realise I'd shot one of them out. That's awesome. Yes, Doctor, you could have warned me about the wolves. Also, this weird particle effect. I don't know what's going on there, guys. I'm sorry. I will try and fix it. The game ran fine the first time I played. But then, now that I'm kind of LPing it, for some reason it seems to be dying on me. For example, you notice I don't have Tress FX on anymore. That's because my game keeps crashing at startup now. I don't know why. Maybe Steam did a small update that just broke it. So now I've got the crappy old hair on. But this will be nice at least to show the difference. I do very much intend to get Tress FX back. I'm just not sure what the problem is right now.
How do I start? Okay. This is Lara Croft, an archaeologist from the Endurance, shipwrecked on an island in the Dragon's Triangle, east of Japan. This place is incredible. I've seen wrecks here that could date back centuries. We weren't the first, and I know we're not alone. Something isn't right about this place. If I don't get off this island, maybe someone will eventually find this.
What a terrifying thought. Okay, no, I'm just going to cut out a little bit there where I spoil something about the plot. Okay, so yeah, as we come to these camps, Lara will sometimes decide that she wants to write a little bit in her journal. In fact, those are some of the documents that we get in the game. So that's an interesting little thing that they do, which I quite like. And of course, the reason why I've come back is because we got a skill point earlier. So what I'm going to do is get extra salvage from looting corpses, like so. There we go. So we got that, and I would very much recommend, even if you don't have any salvage to spend or any of the other things that will come from campsites, I would still, if I were you, every time you find one, just have a little bit of a sit down here, because Lara might have something interesting to say, and that will contribute to your 100% completion of the game. There's a title, there's an achievement at the end called No Stone Left Unturned, and I wasn't sure how to finish it, because the very last pickup, really, essentially, you get in the game is Lara's final journal, which happens right at the end of the game, like during a cutscene kind of thing. And I was scared I'd missed it, but then it propped right at the end. So there's going to be 9 basically that we need to get, even though there's 10 on the menu. And yes, Lara, what were they worshipping? Who knows? Who knows very much? But here we can see we've got some more salvage that we can burn down out of a net. What was I saying earlier? Yeah, I was saying every time you go to one, this is a really cool game in that there's no loading screens. Basically, right. As long as you keep playing it, you're not going to come across very many, if any, loading screens unless something really significant happens. And that's cool. The way they do that is by having these long corridors, essentially, that you walk down. I'm using survival instinct here because I'm looking for another skull thing to shoot. For example, is that one up there? No. Well, I don't know. Okay, so that's the beacon. That's the direction we've got to go in. I know that one of these little shrines has got one of them by it, though, so just keep your eyes out. Of course, we've got a document here as well, though, so let's have a quick look.
Whitman is such a drama queen. I can't believe the hissy fit he threw during the filler shoot. I mean, this is his job, right? It's not like he's offering anything to the actual research part of this expedition. Once we find Yamatai and the cameras are rolling, he'll calm down. He might be a total pain in the ass, but he knows how to work a scene. I just need to do my job and keep my cool. Lara doesn't know it, but I've been shooting footage of her too. I really want to make sure she gets the credit she deserves. And besides, she looks great on film. I think she's a natural. That's probably gonna drive Whitman out of his mind with jealousy. But by the time he finds out, we'll be enjoying the premiere and Telluride.
I can't help but think if it's like foreshadowing to stuff in future games. Like, you think she's a natural. Does this mean, you know, Lara Croft in previous generations has been a famous archaeologist, but the series has never really tapped into how she's been famous necessarily. She's just been this like person with lots of money, essentially, especially if you look at stuff like Chronicles. So I like the idea that maybe this time she'll still be a famous archaeologist by the end, but we actually see a part of that, you know, because she's a natural on film. Also, here's something interesting. She says that Whitman's the guy we're following right now, okay? She says that Whitman knows how to work a scene. Later we're going to see stuff where he's a total amateur at it. Anyway, Lara's little insight here is that Whitman was making it so hard for Sam to do her job. The good doctor has really shown his true colours on this trip. So we're going to be learning more about Whitman. Right now he seems alright to me. Will he always seem alright? Who knows? But the idea of this was we were looking for Yamatai, but we had lots of cameras and stuff, and we wanted to make a real shoot out of it, and hopefully find a bit of fame and fortune for ourselves. Which I think is quite realistic because, you know, in stuff like Indiana Jones and stuff, it's always been about finding relics and the treasures and selling those. That's how you find fame and fortune. I think this is more realistic of the 21st century, sorry, where essentially, you know, these things, are they really how you get rich? No, you get rich from being very public about it, right? Oh, another wolf? Hello. This is the only annoying thing about doing this area. There aren't always like... Oh, crap. There aren't always like... I wanted to grab that guy stuff there, but I can't. Where's the other wolf? There aren't always things jumping out at you. At some points in the game, there are things jumping out at you in a way like this, but... It's kind of irritating, honestly, here, because if you're trying to get all the pickups, they're just going to keep coming. Irritating in some ways. In other ways, not so much, though, because in other ways, we're getting salvage and experience and stuff. Yeah, I'll be there, Whitman. Don't worry. I've got plenty of other stuff to do, though. I haven't even found a single skull this episode. So let's have a look around. We have been collecting stuff, though. Yeah, every time I'm killing someone and salvaging something, the screen is putting all those little orange dots on there. And it's annoying me, and it will start winding you guys up as well now that I've pointed it out. I do intend to fix it, but I don't know what it is. I haven't changed the settings at all since my original playthrough. I might just have to go a bit more moderate with the eye candy. I mean, I've turned Tress FX off now. It was all fine in terms of FPS with everything on, but... I'm not sure. Anyway, there's one. There's another one over here. They're just positively all over the place. It's the challenges, really. You'll find yourself using survival instincts for more than anything else in the game, as far as I'm concerned, because the other stuff you'll be able to use treasure maps for to find your way around. And the game has a very good waypoint system. There are little things that you can see in games, or that I like to see in games a lot of the time, that is really telling of when the developers have put a lot of thought and effort into something. Nice little convenience features, basically, that just kind of show they understand what it's like to play their own game. They haven't just kind of cranked something out. And this game, for the new Tomb Raider, the thing that really impressed me was how intuitive and well designed their waypoint system was for finding stuff. So, by that I mean, let's have a look on the map. But it's kind of lame here. I've already been to the areas. We'll do it once we've got a treasure map. Don't worry, guys. I'll show you at some point. But it is really good. I'm sad to say it took me a long time to start doing it on my original playthrough. I just didn't really realise it was an option, and I used to spend a lot of time faffing about when I didn't have to. Like, I wasn't using survival instincts very much at first at all. In fact, on my first time ever through, I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous episode. My first time through, I saw all these pickups, and I also saw Ghost Hunter, and I thought that it was going to be like... further on in the storyline, we would find something that would like cause ghosts and stuff to start spawning. Like, say the plot would get to a certain situation, and then we'd find all these crazy stuff going on, and the island would fill up with these ghosts, or maybe these Oni we'd already heard the soldier talking about.
Could tilt their heads up and down to make the rigid mask express different emotions.
So here we go. He's happy. Here we go. She's sad. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, it doesn't. I can't really understand this one. But there you go. There's no extra information to be found here. But there you go. Nice little happy-looking face on the inside. But yeah, I didn't know the Ghost Hunter was going to be a thing. I really didn't. I just well, something that I could complete earlier. I thought it was going to be something totally different. So I just didn't pay any attention to it and didn't realize it was a challenge that could be done, or even the concept of challenges for a long time. So I'm happy that this time I'll do it early. It means I'll get the extra bit of experience. I'll get the extra kind of rewards and stuff from it, which is always good. As long as I can find... Actually, I think I know where the last two are. I know one of them's near the end, and I'm not sure where the other end is just yet. But here, look, we can find this platform, and here is a treasure map. So there we go. You can find treasure maps on all areas. Usually they come from the tombs. Usually you'll find a tomb, and that's where you'll get the map from. Now, what the map does is it marks everything on the area, right? Sometimes it will mark all the relics and things. Sometimes it will mark GPS caches. So as you can see here, we've still got 3 GPS caches left to get. We've only got 2 of 5, and now because we found this treasure map, what do you know? 2 of them have been marked, and what do you know, the last one is back in the very original area. I seem to have missed it. Actually, I knew that existed because that was by a waterfall, which sucks. So what I can do is demonstrate to you how to get that later. But here's the waypoint system. So if you want to use a waypoint system, I would recommend it wholeheartedly. You can just click toggle local waypoint while you're hovering over something. So say this cache here, we know it's somewhere to the south. But now that we've done that, if we press Q to go into survival instincts, that's the beacon where we need to go over there behind that tree. And the blue one is our personal one, and because we've specifically marked it directly on top of a pickup, the game will show us precisely where it is, like in terms of elevation as well. What I was originally doing was just trying to guess where it was on the map. For example, I knew it was to the south, and I kept like pressing tab and looking at the map and going back out and pressing tab, which was really annoying because sometimes later on there's like lots of verticality and you don't know what's high up and what's low down. Well, here it will always show you exactly where it is, which is awesome. It will put a diamond directly on top of whatever it is you're looking for, and that will help you massively for pickups. So this is a game that's got loads of pickups and stuff in it. God, I'm talking so seriously about everything this episode. This is a game that's got loads of pickups and stuff in it, but it never really, sometimes for the challenges it does, but it doesn't often feel like you're just looking for needles in haystacks a lot, if that makes sense, which I really like, because a lot of games can end up like that. It's like, oh, I've got 299 out of 300 pickups, and I've got all of Vice City to look through for the last one, and it's like, oh, no, don't do this to me, game. Well, you don't really suffer from that in Tomb Raider. You can just do it this way. Maybe it's cheating a little bit, but I don't generally find this... Well, it's not cheating, obviously, because it's been put in the game, but I just don't find it too fun scrambling around all the time. And obviously, the only way you can kind of unlock this really efficiently is by finding the treasure maps in the first place. So I don't think it's too unbalanced. It makes you have to go to the tombs and stuff, so I'm perfectly happy with it. Anyway, we need to get up there, it would seem, which seems kind of a difficult thing to do. How do we even get up there? I've also got some stuff for the challenge to do. Could be time to start cutting. Yes, no, maybe. How the hell do I get? Oh no, okay. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's like I might have thought it was on top, but instead it was down below here, next to this guy's body with loads of arrows. Lovely.
This mask was used in the traditional Japanese No theater. I think it represents a demon, or Oni.
Ah, so this could be an Oni, or a demon of some kind. And also we can examine it to find hidden information. Last time it was on the inside. No, this is one of my favourite little hidden information. So what have we got? What have we got?
There's a price tag. Looks like this one is a replica.
I love that. I love that. And they only kind of use this excuse that it's a fake. She's found something that reveals it to be a fake a couple of times. And each time they do that, it's a different thing that you find on the artifact. I really like that this is just a fake. I really thought that was pretty cool. Another little thing as well. This guy with the arrows, riddled with arrows. Because we picked up one of our abilities to be able to reclaim arrows and stuff, we can get them back. I think maybe that's it, or maybe you can just always reclaim them. I don't know. In any case, so we got that. I may have to cut it, guys. I don't want to bore us all silly. Oh, another wolf. And I don't want this whole episode to be the coastal forest. So there you go. Headshots do count, but somehow it's quite hard with wolves. Crazy particle effects again. So yeah, I will see you guys in a second. For wherever the hell these next ghost hunter things are. Actually, we could go and speak to Whitman. I'm pretty close to him. He's just up there. So this is the big temple that he found. I'm surprised he just stands about waiting for us for so long, because frankly, I would have been bored.
These are fascinating.
I've seen these before. Oh? They must be ritualistic.
This female image is particularly interesting.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us. Survivors. Remarkable.
Yes, well, let's hope we don't become murderers, too.
See if you can work the other one.
Yeah.
The handle's missing.
Ooh, resourceful.
Together.
I almost thought you were going to make me get some more gear.
It won't take the force. I'll have to find something sturdier to turn it with.
Oh,
There's something around here we can use.
you are going to make me get some more gear.
Incredible.
And Whitman's not going to help. Brilliant.
Let's see if I can fix this axe.
Yes, let's see if we can fix the axe. So we do get more gear. Do you remember, like, those boxes and things? Well, like, over here, these are what we'll be able to open up. He's also muttering about solar imagery and stuff. Also, okay, so the plot is kind of hit and miss. Wait, what? Did I already upgrade it? Really? We hear another word, Amaterasu. This is one of the rare occasions where you can press E to speak to someone, so...
There's something really interesting happening on this island, Laura.
I don't know if I'd call it interesting.
This is the kind of gamer I am. I will always press
What do
E.
you make of the symbols?
Sun pictograms? Some primitive stick figures? Hard to say.
And I will do it until...
Why would survivors turn to worshipping an ancient Japanese sun goddess?
they either repeat themselves or they stop talking.
This could be a sign of some kind of cult worship. Or it could just as easily be cultural graffiti. I'll continue examining this. You should find a way to repair that axe so we can get this gate open.
And playing like that ruined me during the Mass Effect series because it just meant I spent so long. Okay, we can crank this now. Apparently we have upgraded it. No, we haven't. We haven't upgraded it. I didn't think so. I can't actually remember where to upgrade it. There's the next bit for Ghost Hunter. There's another one there. I think we only need one more now. Which is a joyous day to behold. I don't remember where the last one is, but we've also got another journal here. Is it from Whitman, perhaps?
Darling, think. Think before filing those papers. I've sunk the last of my fortune into this expedition, but it's all going to come back tenfold. If you divorce me now, you won't see a penny of it. You've been with me since I was nothing. You know what I'm capable of achieving. I haven't lost my touch. I'm just at a low point right now. Don't you see? I'm on to something here. Laura, you remember her, my young protege. She has real data to back up her theories, but she doesn't have my savvy. It's going to be my name on the discovery and my face in front of the cameras. If this all pans out, the show will be huge. If you want to leave me then, I promise I won't fight you, but please, just wait on it. I can't have this kind of publicity muddling my image. Please.
Okay, two things. First of all, when I first heard this, I was like, oh, okay, I can understand. He's quite an interesting character. You know, he's obviously had a lot of stuff going on. Someone's trying to divorce him, you know, and he's really at the end of his rope. Could be an interesting character. Then you read what Lara has to say, and she's like, a letter from Dr. Whitman's notebook. He's such a self-serving man. I can't believe I used to admire him. So, like, immediately it sets it, like, off a bit. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not meant to like him. But that wasn't the impression I got. And second, okay, we hear that Lara was like his protege, like he looked after her, kind of, I guess, tutored her in the ways of archaeology and stuff. At least to an extent. We'll find out that Roth did a lot of stuff too. And I do want to point out, when I first heard that, it made me think of Von Croy, who in the first Tomb Raider games kind of had the same role. He was the guy that kind of trained you up and stuff. And Von Croy was also a kind of a cool character. He double-crossed you, Von Croy, in the original series, so I was like, oh, are you the new Von Croy? But in the end, in the original series as well, Von Croy ended up like a good guy, basically. So, kind of interesting. To me, Whitman is a bit like the new Von Croy. And if you don't know who the hell Von Croy is, then, well, yeah. Hopefully I've explained it as best as I can. We first saw him in Tomb Raider 4. and then he was in it a little bit in Chronicles. Like, at the start of Tomb Raider 4, Von Croy, like, betrays you, and then at the end, he tries to save your life, but he fails, and then Lara dies, or as far as we can see, she dies in Tomb Raider 4, right at the end of the game. And then they released Chronicles, which was basically just stories from her life, like, stories from her past. And then the final game, Angel of Darkness, expanded the plot a bit further. I think Von Croy helped her out or something, and she turned out to be alive in the end, which was weird. I don't know, because Angel of Darkness tanked so bad, and I haven't seen any LPs of it or played it for myself, so I'm not 100% sure what happened. More wolves. Wolves. Ah! Oh, he hasn't even... I thought he'd put me in a little cutscene thing there. Don't forget about shift. Okay, something else I'll also explain. Despite the fact I fought a lot of wolves in my original playthrough, I never... Ow. I dodged a lot, but I never had to... where's the other wolf? But I never actually had to, like, punch them with the F key. This is a button that the game might tell you about on loading screen hints, but is never very clear it really exists, okay? And I'm going to use that in my defense later, okay? I'm going to use that in my defense. I did have to use it while playing just now because it put me in the little cutscene twice, but... yeah, that really wound me up. Okay, all I'm doing here, guys, now is I'm just kind of looking around for the last Ghost Hunter thing, which I'm sure you don't want to be bored by watching because we want to make progress. Otherwise, we've got all of the other pickups. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a ganders, a little bit of a wander around, and I will cut it until I see you when I've actually found the damn thing. So I'll catch you in a second, guys. Oh, okay, also, I've just come back to the camp. This is how we upgrade our thing. We're now learning about salvage. Okay, so this is something I've been picking up on a little bit as we've been going around inside those boxes and things. We can use salvage to upgrade our crappy axe that we originally had. And this is the only time you'll ever have to upgrade it. You can see it costs 50 bolts, basically. Or 50 salvage. I always think of them as bolts. We've got 300, so it doesn't cost very much at all. What you have to do is just click the button to perform the upgrade. And there you go. And then this will always like wait in our gear list now forevermore under the salvage screen, but you never have to upgrade it anymore. But there you go. Once we've done that, we can now actually go back to the start and we can progress through. We can also open crates that look like this, which are very cool, by hammering the E button, and we'll get loads of salvage. And what do you know? We get 50 salvage from that, so the game basically just pays us back, which is cool. That was only there to teach us. So now camps, in camps we can both spend skill points and we can spend salvage to upgrade stuff, which become big parts of the game later. Anyway, I still haven't found the Ghost Hunter thing, so I'm still going to cut it, and I'll see you when I've got the bastard. I don't know where he is. Ah, there it is. I thought there was one under a bridge. Okay, so it's under the bridge here. I don't know how much attention you guys have been paying, but there you go, to where the locations of all of them are. There you go. Ghost Hunter challenge is now complete. And where's my experience? I think you're meant to get experience for this stuff. You're meant to get experience. So irritating. Did I talk to you guys about overhunting as well? Overhunting areas? Because I've been killing a lot of wolves. I feel like it's going to come closely here. So to stop you from just grinding, basically.
Shall we give it a go then?
Yes, we shall,
Let's
Whitman.
do this, Doctor.
Doctor. I've been doing all the running around, but you can just wait around there with your thumb up your ass. Yeah, so to stop you kind of just massively grinding around tons and tons of experience, you get diminished XP from areas if you spend too long hunting in them, which, again, it's one of those nice little features that shows they really played the game and understood it before they put it out, to stop people doing stuff like that. So anyway, we just mash E to crank, and both Whitman and I are going to open this thing. And this is very similar, again, to something you do with Von Croy in one of the original Tomb Raiders as well, Tomb Raider 4. Very similar to something you do there, which I like. However, in that situation, you get through, but Von Croy doesn't. And what about now? We're just going to casually walk in, lock ourselves in. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like the idea that he was trying to, like, carry that as well.
Okay. Given the age of the symbols, it could be the Sun Queen.
Himiko. Are you sure you're not channeling Sam, Dr. Whitman?
Well, there's no doubt. Himiko had power. Some say shamanistic, elemental.
A woman wields that much power, and sooner or later it gets called witchcraft.
We shouldn't discount anything, even what may seem to us irrational. We still have much to learn about the world.
You sound like my father.
It could be one hell of a story, Lara.
Not if we don't live to tell it.
So a reference to Lara's father. Also, another clever loading corridor there.
Come on, let's see what we can find.
See, it's forcing me to walk,
Incredible.
basically.
It is Himiko.
But look, the bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island, it must have once been part of Yamatai. You were right, Lara.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
We're standing on a gold mine.
Come, quickly. Your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
He can't be trusted. You still have a gun.
Shoot him. Shoot him,
I
Whitman.
don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
No.
I'm handling this.
No!
No! Please!
Get off!
Just go along with them, Lara. Do whatever they say.
Дай меня пистолет. Иди. Пошла.
I wish I could speak Russian. I wish I could speak all kinds of languages in this game. Okay, guys, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Don't hurt them, please.